The night skies over the Middle East erupted in fire and smoke. What began as a calculated show of force by the United States and Israel has spiraled into a conflict with no return. Hundreds of advanced bombs struck Tehran. But just as the world thought the balance had shifted, Iran retaliated with a counterattack that stunned military experts worldwide. This isn't a drill. This is a high-stakes war where every strike, every missile, every decision could reshape the global order. At the first strike, the coalition unleashed a relentless barrage. Imagine hundreds of smart bombs raining from stealth aircraft and strategic bombers, carving fire-lit craters into Iran's most fortified bases. From Natanz to Fordo, nothing seemed safe. Ground shook, buildings vanished, and the glow of destruction lit the night sky like a crimson aurora. Yet, amid the devastation, the Iranian response was silent, calculated, and terrifying in its patience. Then came the reversal. Deep underground missile silos and drone depots activated. Iran launched hundreds of ballistic missiles alongside swarms of small, agile UAVs. The skies above Tel Aviv and surrounding areas became a chaotic storm of fire and metal. Radar systems struggled to track the incoming waves, while interceptor missiles were fired endlessly, draining resources in a battle of attrition. The message was clear. Any attempt to dominate Tehran would come at an unimaginable cost. But Iran didn't stop at land or air. The Strait of Hormuz, the lifeline of global energy, became a graveyard. Oil tankers, symbols of Western economic power, burned and drifted aimlessly. Swarming speedboats, intelligent sea mines, and hypersonic missiles transformed the waters into a theater of destruction. One well-placed strike could send oil prices soaring, rippling through stock markets from New York to London. Here, the battlefield is measured not only in bombs dropped, but in economic leverage seized. Back on land, the war is unrelenting. Cities across Iran, Israel, and key American bases abroad have become skeletal ruins. Power grids lie in darkness, water treatment systems crippled, hospitals overwhelmed. Each bomb dropped, each missile fired, strikes not just at military targets but at the foundations of civilian life. The destruction fuels a cycle of rage and retaliation, ensuring that no city, no matter how fortified, is safe from the ripple effects of this escalating conflict. Israel, often portrayed as an unbreakable fortress, now shows signs of strain. Interceptor missiles, once heralded as technological marvels, are depleting at a rate far beyond production. Every UAV wave forces hundreds of millions of dollars in defensive spending. Meanwhile, the economy teeters. Startups shut down, and a society built on technology faces a prolonged test of endurance. Pride, fear, and exhaustion intertwine as sirens echo day after day, pushing citizens to their limits. Across the ocean, the United States confronts a bitter reality. Superior firepower does not guarantee victory. Advanced bombers, carrier strike groups, and long-range cruise missiles are expended at extraordinary costs for uncertain results. Each billion-dollar strike risks inflaming an asymmetric foe prepared for decades. A foe whose survival strategy thrives on patience, concealment, and sheer endurance. Washington is learning that controlling war from a command center is no longer a guarantee of dominance. Amid this military chess game lies an even grimmer story. Civilians in Tehran, Tel Aviv, and neighboring regions endure power outages, scarce water, and collapsed medical services. Generations grow up amid fear and uncertainty, while cities once vibrant are now testaments to the cost of unchecked power. War, in this scenario, spares no one. Every infrastructure strike, every missile impact, deepens the societal wound, leaving a scar that decades may never heal. Iran's strategy is not about matching firepower, it's about exploiting vulnerabilities. Cheap drones overwhelm costly interceptors. Underground missile silos survive bunker-busting bombs. Maritime guerrilla tactics choke energy supply lines without confronting heavily armed fleets directly. This is warfare redesigned: efficiency, cunning, and endurance over sheer strength. In this deadly game of numbers, Iran has turned strategic patience into lethal currency. The ripples of destruction extend far beyond the battlefield. Oil prices skyrocket, stock markets tremble, and global energy security falters. Europe watches, powerless to intervene. Western economies begin showing cracks, highlighting a truth often ignored. Modern war is as much about resources, logistics, and supply chains as it is about bombs and missiles. Iran's tactical strikes are reshaping global economics in real time. In Israel, the prolonged conflict tests the will of its citizens. Bomb shelters become homes. Anxiety festers. Brain drain accelerates. Social structures strain under the weight of constant alertness. Meanwhile, Tehran's population endures the nightly barrage with a mix of fear and defiance. The war, therefore, is fought not only with firepower but with morale, psychology, and the patience to endure. No side is winning decisively. The United States, Israel, and Iran are trapped in a cycle of escalation and attrition. Every tactical gain brings strategic exposure. Every precision strike fuels retaliation. The concept of total victory is an illusion. Each actor risks losing far more than they can gain. And the war transforms into a lesson in the limits of military dominance and the consequences of misjudged arrogance.